Good morning and selamat sejahtera. Okay, today we are going to enter subtopic 2.2 atmospheric pressure. Okay, first of all, we are going to know what is atmosphere. Okay, atmosphere ni adalah kita punya earth. Yeah, this is our earth, and the atmosphere is a protective layer of gases which surround the earth. Di sekeliling bumi kita ni ada lapisan-lapisan gas yang mengelilingi bumi kita. Dia mengelilingi bumi kita. Dia berada di sekeliling bumi lah. Di mana kita tahu atmosfer ni kandungan dia adalah oksigen, nitrogen dan other gases. We know that atmosphere has different layers. So ini adalah layers, lapisan-lapisan atmosfera di permukaan bumi, di atas permukaan bumi. So kita ada troposfer, stratosfer, mesosfer, thermosfer and exosfer. So lapisan yang paling dekat dengan bumi ni, troposfer ni, tekanan dia adalah yang paling tinggi. So stratosfer pressureless, mesosfer pressureless, thermosfer pressureless and exosfer juga pressureless. Okay, kenapa kat troposfer ni tekanan dia paling tinggi? Pressure dia tinggi dekat sini, kenapa? Disebabkan weight of air above troposphere, berat udara di atas lapisan troposfer adalah lagi besar berbanding berat udara di atas permukaan stratosfer. Ini adalah weight of air above troposphere, di sini adalah weight of air above stratosphere. So berat udara dekat sini adalah lagi tinggi berbanding dengan berat udara di sini. Disebabkan berlakunya perbezaan berat tu, maka pressure dekat sini adalah lagi tinggi. So atmospheric pressure is the pressure due to the weight of the layer of air acting on the surface of the earth. Tekanan yang disebabkan oleh berat lapisan udara yang bertindak ke atas permukaan bumi. So the pressure exerted by air is called air pressure or atmospheric pressure. Dekat sini juga kita tahu yang air pressure also acts in every direction. Kena highlight kat sini. Air pressure also acts in every direction. And finally, just like the pressure in liquids, the air pressure at a particular height above the Earth's surface is same in all directions. So, contohnya macam ni. Okay, kita ada lapisan di atas permukaan bumi ni yang sama ketinggian dia. So, kita ada kat sini, point kat sini dengan point kat sini. So, point dekat sini dia menghasilkan pressure yang sama, besar dan sama arahnya dengan pressure yang dekat sini. Dia bertindak ke semua arah lah, in all directions. Dan dia punya pressure tu adalah sama di kedua-dua point. Okay, ini lapisan atmosfera tadi yang kita dah tukar dalam bentuk graf. Okay, dekat sini adalah altitude, part CY altitude, dan part CX adalah pressure dia lah. So kita tengok troposfer adalah mengalami pressure yang paling tinggi, iaitu 1000 millibar. So exosphere pressure dia adalah yang paling rendah. So kita tahu 1000 millibar adalah sama dengan 100,000 pascal. 1000 millibar sama dengan 100,000 pascal. So tekanan di troposfer adalah 100,000 pascal. Pressure push and pull the object on the surface of the earth. Pressure tadi tu dekat troposfer tadi tu, push and pull the object on the surface of the earth. So kat sini kita tengok ada contohnya sebuah meja. Dia diletakkan di atas lantai. So why doesn't the table collapse? Sedangkan kita tahu atmospheric pressure dia, tekanan atmosfera dia sangat tinggi, iaitu 100,000 pascal. Tetapi meja ni tetap pegun, dia tak collapse lah. Kenapa? Sebab kita tahu kan, pressure acts in all directions. Daya ni, tekanan ni, dia tak bertindak satu arah, dia bertindak ke semua arah. Kita tahu kan, pressure acts in all directions. So dekat sini pun ada, dekat sini pun ada, dekat sini pun ada, dekat sini pun ada, dekat sini pun ada. So F1 sama dengan F2 bila daya ke bawah sama dengan daya ke atas. So kita tahu kan, pressure acting in opposite directions cancel each other out. Sebab itulah meja ni kekal pegun. An activity of atmospheric pressure, aktiviti yang membuktikan wujudnya tekanan atmosfera. So awak isikan botol dengan air, kemudian awak letak sekeping kertas di atas permukaan botol tu. Okay, kemudian awak terlangkupkan, terbalikkan, invertkan botol tu ke arah bawah, dan air akan menekanlah ke atas kertas ni. So kita akan tengok yang kertas tu tak jatuh. Sebab apa kertas tu tak jatuh? Sebab air pressure, tekanan udara ni pushing the paper in upward direction. Air pressure, atmospheric pressure ni pushing the paper in upward direction. So pressure in upward direction is greater than the pressure inside the water, inside this bottle. So itulah yang menyebabkan kertas ni tak jatuh ke bawah. So kemudian awak tebuk pula lubang pada botol ni. Awak cucuk botol ni dan air akan melimpah keluar. Bila air melimpah keluar, akan turun bersama-sama kertas. Apa yang menyebabkan kertas tu jatuh? Paper fall off. Apa yang menyebabkan kertas tu jatuh? Ini adalah kerana tekanan di dalam botol ni adalah lagi tinggi daripada tekanan upward tadi tu. Tekanan di dalam botol ni, tekanan downward ni adalah increase. Dia bertambahlah sebab airflow kan. Bila airflow, maksudnya P increase, P inside this increase, and P upward pressure adakah ia berkurang? Tak. Upward pressure tadi tak berkurang. Tapi kenapa kertas tu jatuh? Disebabkan downward pressure is greater than upward pressure. Itulah yang menyebabkan kertas tu jatuh. Upward air pressure remains the same. Of atmospheric pressure, the value of atmospheric pressure can be measured by using a mercury barometer. A mercury barometer consists of a 1 meter long glass tube, containing mercury. Dalam dia ada mercury. Initially, the glass tube filled with mercury and is covered with a lid, as shown in figure 2.10a. The glass tube is then inverted, dia terbalikkan, and the covered and is immersed into a ball of mercury. Dia tenggelamkan pula dalam semangkuk mercury, as shown in figure 2.10b. When it is removed, the mercury column in the glass tube will fall until a certain height and remain at that height as shown in figure 2.11. So dia kekal di ketinggian ni lah apabila mercury tu turun ke dalam mangkuk ni. So ketinggian dia adalah 760 mm, dan atmospheric pressure menekan ke bawah. So the atmospheric pressure acting on the surface of the mercury in the bowl supports the mercury column. The height of the mercury column depends on the magnitude of the atmospheric pressure. The value of the atmospheric pressure is stated in terms of the height of the mercury column. If the height of the mercury column H equal to 760 mm, then the atmospheric pressure P atmosphere equal to 760 mm mercury. So the formula P equal to H rho G is used to obtain the value of atmospheric pressure in Pascal. So kita tahu atmospheric pressure equal to 760 mm mercury, where H equal to 760 mm, and then we convert to meter, we got 0.76 meter. So density of mercury rho equal to 1.36 times 10 to the power of 4 kg per meter cube, and atmospheric pressure P atmosphere equal to H rho G. Kita nak cari P ATM ni. So H dia tadi 0.76, kita dah convert tadi. So rho dia 1.36 times to the times 10 to the power of 4 and G dia adalah 9.81 lah. So kita dapat 101,396 Pascal lah. 101,396 Pascal atmospheric pressure dia. So the value of atmospheric pressure can change with weather. In addition, the thin air at high altitudes causes the atmospheric pressure to be lower. Kita ada 14 barometer and aneroid barometer. Kat sini adalah 14 barometer. Okay. The 14 barometer as shown in figure 2.12 is a mercury barometer that measures atmospheric pressure to a high degree of accuracy. The 14 barometer has a height of almost 1 meter. This instrument is usually used to measure atmospheric pressure at meteorological centers. Okay, what is it? Aneroid barometer. The aneroid barometer functions mechanically. The partial vacuum metal box as shown in figure 2.13 can change size when there are changes in the atmospheric pressure. This small change in the volume of the box is amplified by a mechanical system to move the pointer of the barometer. Aneroid barometers are usually suitable to be used in homes, ships, and aeroplanes to obtain a quick reading of the atmospheric pressure. Between 14 barometer and aneroid barometer. Okay, for 14 barometer, the value of the atmospheric pressure is determined by the changes in the height of the mercury column. Aneroid pula, the value of atmospheric pressure is determined by the changes in the volume of the partial vacuum metal box. 14 barometer larger size and not portable. Aneroid smaller size and portable. 14 takes a longer time to give a reading for atmospheric pressure. Aneroid gives a direct reading and faster. So 14 higher accuracy up to plus minus 0.1 mm mercury, and aneroid lower accuracy up to plus minus 1 mm mercury. So solving problems in daily life involving various units of pressure. Okay, we know that the SI unit of pressure is Pascal. The symbol is PA, Pascal. However, a few other units of pressure are still commonly used in various fields. Study figure 2.14 that shows the use of various units of pressure. Ada Pascal, millimeter mercury, mH2O and millibar. So boleh baca lah. Pascal is the SI unit. So millimeter mercury is manometric unit of pressure. mH2O is a metric unit, meter H2O. So millibar is a smaller metric unit used in field of meteorology. Example 1, page 53. The blood pressure reading of a patient is 160/100. What is the pressure of 160 mm mercury in Pascal? So dia suruh kita convertkan millimeter mercury ke Pascal. So dia beri density of mercury 136 times 10 power of 4 kg per meter cube, and G diberi 9.81 meter per second square, dan height dia adalah 160 mm. Height of mercury tu 160 mm, kita convert ke meter, kita dapat height dia 0.16 meter. So we use P equal to H rho G untuk mencari Pascal dia, pressure dia. So H rho G, H equal to 0.16, ketinggian dia, rho density equal to 1.36 times 10 to the power of 4 kg per meter cube, and G equal to 9.81 meter per second square. And we get P equal to 2.13 times 10 to the power of 4 Pascal. So example number 2, the maximum pressure that a wall at the seaside can withstand is 3.6 times 10 power of 5 Pascal. Okay, begini. So what is this maximum pressure in mH2O? Dia nak pressure dalam unit mH2O. So dia bagi density of H2O is rho equal to 1 times 10 to the power of 3 kg per meter cube, and given G equal to 9.81 meter per second square. So we use this equation to P equal to H rho G, and for this case kita nak cari H ya. We want to find H. H equal to P over rho G. Ya, okay, boleh H equal to P over rho G. So P 3.6 times 10 to the power of 5 Pascal bahagi dengan rho and G. Kita dapatlah 36.7 meter. So maximum pressure equal to 36.7 meter H2O. Effects of atmospheric pressure at high altitude and effects of pressure at extreme depth under the sea of the sea. So macam manakah kesan tekanan atmosfera ni pada ketinggian yang tinggi, altitude yang tinggi, dan juga macam manakah tekanan dia, efek dia, tekanan pada lautan yang sangat dalam. So kita tengoklah atmospheric pressure at high altitude. At higher altitude, thin of air causes the atmospheric pressure to become lower. Okay, tempat yang tinggi menyebabkan atmospheric pressure menjadi rendah. Okay, the percentage of oxygen in the air reduces. Okay, bila tempat yang tinggi, percentage of oxygen juga adalah kurang. So effects on human beings at high altitude, contohnya dekat gunung increase in the rate of breathing. Kita akan tercungap-cungap lah untuk bernafas. Lower absorption of oxygen in the lungs. Okay, kadar penyerapan oksigen kurang di paru-paru kita. Increase in the metabolic rate, loss of appetite, dehydration, and inability to think clearly. So untuk mountain climbers, prepare and train before climbing. Prepare equipment such as smartwatch that can measure altitude, blood pressure, and body temperature. Climb at a slow rate to allow the body to adjust to the changes in pressure. Drink water even when not thirsty to prevent dehydration. Sebab bila cuaca tu sejuk, kita tak ada rasa nak minum. So, bila kita tak ada rasa nak minum, kita tak ada rasa dahaga, inilah yang menyebabkan dehydration. So aircraft, increase the pressure in the aircraft cabin to match the sea level pressure. Recycle the air in the cabin so that it's fresh and contain adequate oxygen level. Remind the passengers to drink enough water to prevent dehydration during long distance flights. At an extreme depth under the surface of the sea, at an extreme depth under the surface of the sea, water pressure increases with its depth. Semakin dalam kedalaman air, semakin bertambahlah tekanan air. An increase in depth of 10 meter causes an increase in water pressure by 1 atmosphere. Kedalaman tu bertambah sebanyak 10 meter. So increase in water pressure pun bertambah sebanyak 1 atmosphere. Okay? Water pressure and atmospheric pressure are experienced. Effects on human beings at extreme depth under the surface of the sea. Body tissues absorb excess nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas dissolves into the blood. Inability to think clearly. Formation of nitrogen bubbles in the tissues or blood vessels if pressure is reduced too rapidly. So untuk divers, adaptations and actions to be taken. Divers, penyelam do physical exercises to enable the body to adapt to a high pressure environment before diving. Wear a diving suit to slow down heat loss from the body. Slowly ascend to sea level so that nitrogen bubbles do not form in the tissues and blood vessels. Submarines, kapal selam. Submarine is made of steel or titanium with a circular cross section to withstand the high pressure of surroundings. Pressure in the cabin of the submarine is controlled to almost the same level as sea level for the comfort of the crew. Oxygen tanks or electronic oxygen generators are provided so that the oxygen supply is adequate. So kita dah habislah untuk 2.2. Bolehlah cuba buat formative practice 2.2.